A sharp glint flashed in Jiangshen's eyes as his gaze settled on the system panel. He didn't waste a single moment. Having made his decision, he initiated the extraction process. A brilliant white energy began to gather in his hand. It swirled slowly, as if obeying some ancient law. As the energy settled, the system's cold voice echoed. He had obtained the true mother worm, the void-eating ant. The next moment, the vortex completely disappeared. In its place appeared a palm-sized blue ant. This void-eating ant was in its original void form. The connection was intimate and the bond permanent. The current status was clear. Level 0. Eating ability inactive. No offspring. It had been granted the ability to break void restrictions and devour void runes. The sea of reproductive consciousness depended on his divine soul, and this required absorbing sufficient void energy corresponding to the 7 emotions and 6 desires. Reproduction was only possible at 100% feeding capacity. Behind him, Xiaochan silently observed everything. Curiosity flickered in her eyes, but she remained silent. Jiangshen knelt before the blue ant. He scanned it and unconsciously furrowed his brows. The description was extremely limited. No clear combat abilities were listed. Devouring the void, the concept itself was vague. Could such a small ant truly fight? Despite his doubts, Jiangshen knew that the true power of the mother worm lay not in words, but in practical application. He pursed his lips, gently extended his hand, and made his decision. He would cultivate it and see for himself. The Divine Evolution Grant was activated. A dazzling pillar of white light erupted, enveloping the entire area. Spiritual chi surged outwards as if even the air had been stilled. A few seconds of silence followed. Then Jiangshen narrowed his eyes. Amidst the swirling chi, a vague figure gradually took shape before him and Xiaochan. The sight was so unexpected that a soft gasp escaped Xiaochan's lips. Standing before them was a young girl with short hair and blue eyes. A momentary hesitation flickered across Jiangshen's face. The girl raised her head, her lips trembling, and in an extremely soft voice she called him father. Jiangshen and Xiaochan immediately approached to her. As their gazes fell upon her, the girl lowered her eyes. She clearly appeared weak and timid. Jiangshen stroked his chin. After a moment of thought, he gently asked if she could fight. There was no answer. Seeing her silence, Jiangshen gently stroked her head. The coolness of her blue skin was distinctly palpable beneath his fingers. At that moment, a name spontaneously surfaced in his mind. Xiaolan. He suggested that they call her by this name. While everyone was still stunned, a deep and calm voice rang out, instructing Jiangshen to call the girl over. All eyes immediately turned to Shu Ji. At that moment, Xiaolan's eyes gleamed with curiosity. Seeing this, Jiangshen's heart involuntarily tightened. He hadn't expected Shu Ji to intervene so directly. The worst thought flashed through his mind, that she might be turned into food. He was still trying to process what was happening when suddenly, Xiaolan transformed into a thin beam of light. In an instant, she sped towards Shu Ji. Wait. Jiangshen's voice came too late. It was already too late. Xiaolan directly latched onto Shu Ji's feet. Pure joy was evident on her face. Colorful, crystal-like streams of energy flowed around Shu Ji, and Xiaolan eagerly absorbed them. Delicious, she said innocently. So delicious. Shu Ji looked down. Her expression was neither angry nor displeased. She calmly explained that this was spiritual energy flowing